Barney, he'll wave a paw his friends to greet. Barney, Barney, he likes to hear a story or two. Barney, Barney, he wants to be a friend to you.
Hello boys and girls, and welcome to the Barney Bear Club. Here's Barney. You're going to wave to the boys and girls, Barney. You'd like to wave to all the teddy bears as well. You think there'll be teddy bears watching with the boys and girls? I think there might be as well. Now, we're going to start another story today, Barney. You like the stories, don't you? And it's in 2 chapters. That's right, 2. And it's called The Story of Ruth. Now, there's a pretty lady on the table. Have you already seen? You think that might be Ruth? Shall we have a look? Let's finger across. Oh, look, Barney, doesn't she look lovely? Now, what can we see about this lady? What colour is her headdress? I think it's cream. I think it's cream because it's not really white, is it? And what colour is her hair? Brown, yes. And what about her eyes? Blue. And her lips? Pink. Yes, well done. Now, what is the colour of her dress? Dark blue, that's right. And can you see right where her hands are, there's a little cuff. And what colour is that? Light blue. Well done. So, today's story is about a lady called Ruth. But the story begins in the town of Bethlehem. Now, what letter do you think the word Bethlehem begins with? Is it a B? Yes, it is. Well done, it's a B. So we start with a B. What colour is that? It's green, yes. Now, what do you think comes next in Bethlehem? An E, that's right. Right, Bethlehem. So it's a th sound. A T and a H, well done. Bethlehem. L and an E, well done. L and an E. What colours can we see so far? What colour is the E? The first E. Pink, yes. And what colour is the T and the L? Blue, right. And what colour haven't we talked about? What about the H? Yellow. And the final E at the end. Red, well done. Now Bethlehem. H, that's right. And another E. That's a blue and a pink letter. And finally Bethlehem. An M. That's right. Now, the story happened in the town of Bethlehem, and there in Bethlehem there lived a lady called Naomi. Put the words up for us. N A. What do you think comes next, Barney? I've started it off. Naomi. And O, that's right. And Naomi. And I. Well done. And what colour is the O and the I? Pink, that's right. So in the town of Bethlehem there lived a lady called Naomi, and she had a husband called Elimelech. And they had 2 sons. One was called Marlon and one was called Kilion. They lived in the town of Bethlehem, but one day they realised that something was happening, and there was a famine happened. You're not sure what a famine is? Well, a famine is when people don't have enough food, and so they would start to feel hungry. And so they made the decision, the whole family, that they would move to a place called Moab. Now I think we can spell Moab. That's right. Moab. An O and an A. Well done. M-O-A and B. Moab. So they moved to Moab. And there, the two sons, they got married. And they married ladies called Orpah, and the other one we've just been talking about. Can you remember the other one's name? Is it Ruth? That's right. So they married a lady called Orpah. You like the colours? Yes, they're lovely, aren't they? Nice bright colours. Orpah, and the other one, you think you can spell Ruth? R, that's right. What colour is the R? Green, yes. And another pink U. And now what do we say about th? A T, that's right. A T and a H together. And what colour is the T and the H? Yellow, that's right. So, the two sons of Naomi and Elimelech, they married two ladies called Ruth and Orpah. But then a very sad thing happened, and Elimelech died. So, Naomi was left a widow. That means she didn't have a husband. And then, a few years later, another sad thing happened, and Orpah and Ruth's husbands, which was Naomi's two sons, they died as well. Oh dear, that was very sad, wasn't it? Now, so that left Naomi and Ruth and Orpah living in the land of Moab. But then they had some good news, and the good news was that the famine had ended in Bethlehem. And so there was food again where Naomi used to live. And so Naomi said to her two daughters-in-law, she said that she was going to go back to Bethlehem. She said, you two, you can stay here in Moab, because this is your home and this is where your family are, and I hope that God will give you another husband each. But Ruth said to Naomi that she wanted to stay with Naomi, but Orpah decided that she would stay in Moab. So, remove Orpah, because Orpah stayed in Moab. It was a very sad time. They were all weeping and saying goodbye. But Ruth and Naomi set off back to Bethlehem and said goodbye to Orpah, and they left Moab. There we are. So we ended up with Ruth and Naomi in Bethlehem. And Ruth said to Naomi, she made a promise before they left Moab, and she said, wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you live, I will live. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God too. Wasn't that wonderful? So she left her home, and she left all her family and all the people that she knew, and she went with Naomi back to Bethlehem. Now when they got to Bethlehem, Ruth said to Naomi, let me go and glean in the fields. And do you know what gleaning means, Barney? No. Well, gleaning means there was a harvest on at the time, and they were harvesting barley and different grain, and often the ladies would go behind the harvesters, the men who were harvesting, and they would pick up any leftover grain or any grain that was dropped, and they would take that home. You see, so Ruth went and did that, and because Naomi said, yes, you go and do that. So she went and she started gleaning in a field, but unbeknown to her, the field that she went to glean in belonged to a man called Boaz. You see, I can spell Boaz, Barney. There's lots of spelling today, but you're getting good at it, aren't you? So what does it start with, Boaz? A B, that's right. Boaz. An O, yes. And an A. And Boaz. A Z, well done. There we are. And that was the name of the man whose field Ruth went to gleaning. And when Boaz arrived at the field, he wasn't there when she started. He said, "Who is that young woman gleaning with the servant girls?" And the harvester said, "That's Ruth, she's a Moabitess." That's what you call somebody who comes from Moab, a Moabitess. And she's come back with her mother-in-law, Naomi. And so he had a word with Ruth, and he said to her, "You stay among the harvesters, my harvesters, and you glean until the harvest is done." And he looked after her, and he made sure that she was safe, and he even told the men who were harvesting to throw extra grain down for her. We've got a picture which was taken from the internet, Barney, and this is what an artist, that's somebody who paints and draws, thinks Ruth looked like when she was harvesting and gleaning in the field. Did you enjoy that story so far, Barney? You like the puzzle, and you're very good at telling me all the different colours, aren't you? So the next chapter we'll have to find out what happens next to Ruth. Shall we say goodbye to the boys and girls now until next time? Bye, boys and girls. See you next time for the next chapter of Ruth.
His name is Barney, Barney, the nicest bear you ever could meet. Barney, Barney, he'll wait.